She realized he was a fool. You have a lot of guys that are going overseas thinking they're going to find themselves in the vault. They're going to find the love of their lives overseas in another country, and then they end up losing everything. Today's video comes from the Angry Dominicano. His channel will be linked in the description of the video so that you can go check him out and support him. Watch and end of the video to fully understand the implications of so many men going overseas to find love, only to be taken advantage of by these individuals that are just looking to extract as much wealth and resources from them as they can. Don't forget to follow us on Rumble. Most of our content is now exclusively coming out on Rumble, so go and follow us over there. It's linked in the description of the video. Also, if you want to learn how to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency, go ahead and check us out at Angry's Crypto Academy, which is also linked in the description of the video. And now let's go ahead and jump right into the video.
What is going on? What's good, YouTube? So, word on the street and in social media, a lot of passport bros are going through it in the Dominican Republic. So, I'm going to do my part and I'm going to tell you guys certain words and phrases that you guys could be aware of. And if you speak basic Spanish, even better. It's going to make your life easier. So, I wrote it down so I won't, so I could get into full detail of what I'm about to speak of. Now, the first word that if you hear it, is, somebody talking Spanish in DR, you're going to know what that means. First word is palomo. When somebody says, te tipo un palomo, or tú eres un palomo, that means you're a sucker. You a bird-ass ninja. You're a simp. Or somebody, you're easy to take advantage of. However, now, if you hear in Spanish, este tipo no es palomo, that means you're not nothing of what I just said. Or, oye, este tipo no es palomo, no? That's what that means. That means you're smart. They know that you're smart and you're not easy to take advantage of. Second one, pariguayo. Now, I'm not going to turn this into a history lesson. The word means party watcher. I'm not going to explain where the word came from, but that's what it means. Party watcher means you're a cuck, basically. You're a cuck.
You see, one of the things that we need to talk about is the fact that a lot of these men, they go over to DR and they go over there feeling like they're some kind of hood savior, like they're over there to save these women and find women who are going to be fit, feminine, and friendly that are desperate. Let me explain something like this. Just because these people don't have a lot of money does not mean that they are not living decent lives. And don't think that they are stupid either. Okay, they're just taking advantage of you. People don't comprehend. For example, Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic is in the Western Hemisphere. The Dominican Republic is not that far from the United States. You can fly there in like a couple of hours. It's a very short ride there. They watch the same television that we watch over here. They speak English over there. They speak a hood version of Ebonics over there. This is something that Angry Dominicano said to me. All right. They know exactly what's going on in the United States. They know exactly why these men are going over there, the passport bros, and they know exactly how to use that to their advantage so they can extract as much wealth and resources from these men. And a lot of men are not keen to it because they think that just because they're Americans, they can go over there and get whatever they like. And it doesn't work like that. You have to have your head screwed on. You have to have common sense. You have to have reason, or else you will be taken advantage of. You will be taken for all you are worth. And too many young men think that they're going to have like an easy time in this world. No, you have to work on yourself, build yourself up, put yourself together so that you can, no matter where you go, you will be seen as a person of value. What's happening in the United States right now is that modern women in the US, they do not like us. They do not like us. They do not want us, which is the reason why you go where you're appreciated. You go where you're celebrated. You go where they treat you like a king. All right. That's the honest to goodness truth. In this society, we are not wanted here. But do not fool yourself thinking that you're going to go overseas and find yourself in the wall, because it doesn't happen like that. You're only going to get taken advantage of, and a lot of men fall for this nonsense.
And a simp. That's all that, That tipo un pariguayo or a sucker. Now, if you hear them say it, este tipo no es pariguayo, no, that means you're not a sucker, you're not a cuck, you're not, you know, any of those things. Mamá huevo. Mamá huevo means you're a COCK sucker. COCK sucker.
These women will see you right there, and they will use these words to describe you right in front of your face. You'll be there like a fool, thinking that this woman is in love with you, and she's basically calling you all of these names and saying these things about you, bro. Okay? Like, a lot of dudes, that's another thing. Like, if you go overseas, do not step into these countries unless you know Spanish, because you will not get what you're supposed to get unless you know Spanish. You need to know the language. And even then, it can be hard because there are different dialects. When I lived in Mexico, they speak everywhere you go in Mexico, they speak a different dialect. They twist the words, they play with the words, so it can be very, very hard to understand them. But you have to understand that everywhere you go, they speak like a different, it's like a different version of Ebonics. And this is something that I got from Angry Dominicano. I didn't even know this. All right. They literally are speaking their own dialect. He said it's Ebonics. That's what he said. Their version of Spanish over there, it's Ebonics. You have to be very, very careful. Okay. You go to the Dominican Republic and you think you're gonna find you're finding yourself like something special. No, bro, you'll find something, but it's not that special. All right. And you're not gonna like the results. So many dudes go over there and they lose their money over there in that country. You have to work on yourself as a man. You have to create value for yourself so that you can go anywhere and pull something. To be honest with you, like when you go to the Philippines, a lot of dudes are selling for women who, you know, here's the thing, men will settle for a woman who like, who doesn't have like, a high level of education or any of these things. They prefer simple women. But you have to understand, like, a lot of these women are coming from they're coming from desperate times. They're coming from poverty. They're coming from hardship. And you don't realize that you're just a means to an end for them. A lot of these baby boomers walk around there with their fat little bellies, drunk, thinking that they own the place when they really don't own anything. And these women are just looking for these men. The older the better, because they know they're not going to be around that long. All right? They know they're not going to be around that long. So they get these guys to go give them a baby, build a house for them, invest as much as they can in them, because they know these dudes are not going to be around much longer. And that's what they're basically banking on. And they get married to these men so that when these men pass away, whatever assets, whatever these men have, those women are entitled to, and they will do whatever they have to do to go and collect. Doesn't matter if it's in the United States. That's still their money. They were married, so they will go and they will find every nickel and dime, and they will clean that out. They will get their pension. They will get their retirement savings. They will get their Social Security if they can get their Social Security. They know exactly what they're doing. Don't be a sucker. Really, don't be a sucker. And if you're going overseas, learn the language. If it's even a few words, a few phrases, learn the language. Spanish should be a second language like English. I'll just tell you that right now. It is the most spoken language in the world, not Mandarin. All right, China is just one country. It's not the entire world. The most spoken language in the world is Spanish.
They're really insulting you when they say that one. So I'm not going to get into full detail of what that means. Now, God forbid you hear this one in the conversation. Guaremate. Guaremate means the gangsters, the psycho. Oye, tengo los guaremate activo. That means I got the gangsters ready. If you hear anybody saying that in a conversation, some shit is about to go down. So be careful.
I got the gangsters ready. Some of y'all are really out here risking your lives over nothing. I don't know what the hell is wrong with some of y'all messing around. I got the gangsters ready. They got people ready for y'all over there to deal with y'all, thinking that you're studs and playboys. Y'all are fools. Y'all are fools trying to go to these poor countries thinking that you're going to take advantage of these women. They really look, and they got something for you. Guys, instead of focusing on women, you should be focusing on your money, your wealth, your resources, so that you'll have enough money, you'll have enough value as a man to go anywhere and pull anything that you want in countries where you are respected and desired. That's one of the reasons why you should learn about cryptocurrency, because crypto is going to be skyrocketing. We're going to see the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of the world occur very soon as a result of crypto. And there are many coins right now, specifically one specific coin that could turn you into a millionaire with just a very small investment, among others. And that's why you should go and check out Angry's Crypto Academy.
Let me ask you something. When the banks collapse, and trust me, it's coming, will you be ready? Imagine waking up to ATMs that don't work, bank doors chained shut, and millions of people left with nothing. No cash, no access to their savings, and no way to survive. But it doesn't have to be that way for you. That's why I created Angry's Crypto Academy to teach you everything you need to know about crypto so you can protect yourself and your family. You'll learn how to buy, sell, and even day trade crypto for a living. Plus, we alert you to new crypto trends so you can profit before everyone else even knows what's happening. Right now, I've just published an exclusive investment guide inside the Academy, and it's linked in the description below. In it, I reveal the one coin that could make you a millionaire. A coin so revolutionary, it could change everything. If you missed out on Bitcoin and Ethereum, this is your second chance. This isn't just about financial freedom, it's about survival. When the system collapses and everyone else is selling, you'll be the one buying, prepared to weather the storm and thrive while others struggle to survive. Don't wait. This knowledge isn't optional, it's critical. The link's in the description. Go check it out now.
Yeah, Guarema, tigre. Tú un tigre, este tigre un tigre. Well, tigre, depending on the body language, you could say, yeah, the tigre. Like, yo, what the hell is this guy's problem? That means that's like a warning you're gonna get an ass whipping. Now, if they say with a smile, the tigre, that means you're cool. That means you're cool. Now, mama huevo is also another one that you could, depending on the body language, you could, it means the mama huevo. That means you're a funny dude. That you're cool, you're funny. Now, if they come to you, que lo que mama huevo, that means ball up your fist. You're gonna fight.
You see, the reality is that a lot of you know that you have no business over in these countries. You have no business going over to this country. You're not over there for anything good, and you're messing around going over to these countries, and then you're gonna find out the hard way. All right? It's like I've said plenty of times, like, the streets lead to the church leads to the streets. So stay out of the church and off the streets. But more than that, the streets lead to the church leads to the streets. Stay out of the church, off the streets, and you have no business in the Dominican Republic. So stay out of the Dominican Republic. If you want to find a relationship with a decent woman, go to a decent country where there are women who have at least some level of education. Like, I'm not saying you cannot find a woman who has education in the Dominican Republic, but realistically, a lot of these women are looking to take advantage of you over there. You want to go to a place that has a socioeconomic status at least similar to the United States, or that is a developing country. You don't want to go to a failed country. You want to go to a developing country. All right. And also know the culture. Because if you look at Japan right now, the Japanese men are being taken advantage of left and right. Women are basically making up all of these lies, telling all of these lies. And that's why these men are doing the whole samurai way. Where if a woman even gets close to them, they'll basically respond with aggression, because if you're aggressive towards someone in Japan, you'll just end up getting 3 to 5 weeks in jail. Versus if a woman says that you brushed up against them, that could lead to 3 to 5 years in prison. And as a result, women are now worried because they're like, men are responding in this aggressive way. Then they're like, I'm not even one of the women who are doing these things, but they're basically paying for it. And it's a sad reality, but it's the reality that we are now faced with because of radical feminism and the behavior of women in society. So that's why you have to go where you're appreciated, go where you're celebrated, and you also have to know the culture that you're dealing with. All right. And one of the best ways to set yourself up is to work on your finances, work on your body, work on your relationship with God. When you have a good relationship with God, no one can take advantage of you because you don't need anyone else. You're fine being alone. You're fine being with your thoughts. You're fine being with the Lord Jesus Christ. And you'll be good one way or another. Good one way or another.
That's what that means. So I hope these phrases will help y'all being careful, be cautious of conversations that you guys hear while you're over there in DR or in any Dominican uh block, or wherever you're at. Say you're in Washington Heights. Be careful of these phrases and be aware of them. Now, when you're over there in DR, guys, do yourselves a favor. Stay away from the barrios. Don't try to be a freaking superhero. Stay away from them, because you go into the barrios, you're really asking for it, for real. Stay away. Enjoy your vacation. Stay away from the barrios, please. All right, man. Have a good one. Peace. So like and subscribe to my channel. Later.
You can find Angry Dominicano's channel linked in description of the video so that you can go check him out and support him. Let me know if you want more videos like this where he breaks down some of the experiences that he's had in life, traveling overseas, and other street knowledge. Let me know if you want that, and I'll try to collaborate some more with him. And I mean, guys, this is very important stuff. Stay out of the ghetto, stay out of the hood, stay out of the bars, stay out of these places where you think you're gonna find, women for $5, and then you end up, for $5, oh, you're gonna go over there and like for $5 you're gonna have a good time, and it's like, bro, you end up crying because that 500 turns into 500, and now you're like, how the hell did this happen? That happens all the time. These dudes go to Dominican Republic. They think they're gonna spend $5 on a girl. They end up losing $500 from her, and then they go absolutely ballistic. And some of these dudes can end up getting deleted because that's not your country. But let me know your thoughts, guys. We'll talk about it in the comments. Definitely go and check out the Crypto Academy if you want to learn how to buy, sell, trade crypto, and become a crypto millionaire overnight. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.
Nothing says you care like crypto. Nothing can compare. Nothing says you care like crypto. Oh, nothing can compare to crypto.